Sickle cell disease is the most common inherited blood disorder in the United States, impacting about 100,000 Americans and millions of others worldwide. While sickle cell disease is most common in people with Black, African American, and Hispanic heritages, people of other backgrounds can also be affected. In this video from the Dalio Center for Health Justice at New-York-Presbyterian, we will explain sickle cell disease and the impact it can have on one's health. We'll talk about what it means to have sickle cell disease and how the disease is treated. Let's start with the cause of sickle cell disease. You can't catch sickle cell disease like you catch a cold. It's an inherited disease passed down through the genes you inherit from your parents, like inheriting eye color. People with sickle cell disease have two sickle genes, which causes the body to make abnormal sickle blood cells. If a person is diagnosed with sickle cell disease, that means both parents carry the gene. For people with the sickle trait, having only one copy of the sickle gene, there is no real effect on their health. When both parents have the sickle cell trait, there is a 1 in 4 chance with each pregnancy of having a child with sickle cell disease. There are different types of sickle cell disease, depending on the specific type of sickle genes inherited. The most common type in the United States is called hemoglobin SS. The next most common type is called hemoglobin SC. There are also several other less common types of sickle cell. Now let's talk about how sickle cell can affect the body. The body makes lots of red blood cells, and when they are healthy, they are round and flexible and move easily through our blood vessels, carrying oxygen through the body. For people with sickle cell disease, many of their red blood cells are stiffer than normal. Those cells are sticky and C-shaped, like a crescent moon, and they don't move as easily through the body's blood vessels. Sickle cells can block blood vessels, making it hard for the body to get oxygen to vital organs, which can hurt these organs over time. Blocking blood cells can also cause pain in the chest, back, stomach, or elsewhere, what is called a pain crisis. As these sickle blood cells are stiff and breakable, they burst more quickly than normal. The body will make new red blood cells to replace them. Because they break so quickly, it is hard to produce new blood cells fast enough. This commonly causes anemia from the low number of red blood cells, and anemia can make people feel weak and tired. Sickle cell disease can also cause damage to organs such as the lungs, kidneys, or brain, so the health of the organs should be checked regularly. There is no single best treatment for all people with sickle cell disease. Treatment choices are available for each person, depending on their symptoms and individual situations and preferences. Treatments can include medication taken by mouth, intravenous therapies, and/or blood transfusions. Some people with sickle cell disease feel better with healthy wellness interventions like yoga or acupuncture to help with pain management. For many people, hydroxyurea, a medication taken daily, is recommended for the most common type of sickle cell disease. Hydroxyurea helps protect organs and can prevent or reduce the number of painful episodes. Currently, there are two potential cures for sickle cell disease. One is a bone marrow transplant. A transplant is a procedure that replaces unhealthy blood-forming cells with healthy cells. For the transplant to work, the bone marrow donor must be a very close match, like a brother or sister, or sometimes a parent. The other type of potential cure, which is still experimental, is called gene therapy. Instead of replacing the bone marrow cells, gene therapy adds a normal blood gene to modify the sickle gene to lessen its negative effects. Scientists and physicians studying sickle cell disease are making incredible progress in understanding the disease and developing treatments, like new medications that can help patients better manage their symptoms, as well as treatments that could cure the disease. At New-York-Presbyterian, Weill Cornell Medicine, and Columbia University, we support programs, research, and innovations to advance care and treatment for patients with sickle cell disease. Visit our website to learn more or to connect with a healthcare provider.